seen enough. Let me take you back.
What did I do to deserve this, Minister?
I don't know, Elizabeth. I don't know. John should have just confessed. He could have been here with you and your children.
He shouldn't have had to. You and I both know that what happened here is ridiculous. The people that killed him will rot in hell for what they did. To my husband.
I know, Elizabeth. I'll get you out of here eventually. I'll keep you in my prayers. Sorry.
Boys, come in, dinner time. Dinner's ready, set the table.
When's Daddy coming home?
Where's Daddy? This is not easy for me to tell you boys. Your father was a strong, brave man, and he always did the right thing. There was a dark time in our village when our neighbors believed that your father and many other good people like him were practicing witchcraft.
What happened to them?
Your father was hanged last year by some very bad people because of this. They gave him an option to lie and have our good name tarnished throughout the village, but he couldn't do that. He was too good of a man to lie and commit that sin. Although he can't be with us anymore, he did the right thing. He misses you, and he's looking down on us right now from heaven.
Well, would it have been okay if he just told them that he did it? Why didn't he just do
I
that?
know it's hard to understand, but he did it because he wanted to make sure you would grow up to be just as strong and good as he was, and he couldn't do that if he just told them he did it, because that would be the absurd lie he wanted to avoid telling in the first place.
So we can never see him again?
Well, my child, you'll meet him in heaven one day if you grow up to be a good man like he was. You have to always tell the truth, no matter the consequences are. That's what your father did. Oh, my poor sons, do not weep for your father, but keep your chins held high.
How can I keep my chin held high when he willingly left us?
He's right. He could have been saved and he could have stayed with us.
You're both right. He did willingly leave us, but he did it for us. He would have not been able to live with himself if he had lied and sinned. He would have tarnished our good family name, and you boys would not have the life that we have today. I know you do, my dear, and I do too. I miss your papa so much, but he did the right thing for all of us. Now let's enjoy this nice meal.
Be seated, please. Reverend Hale, do you know why you have been brought before the courts today?
I've been brought up on the charge of treason to the court of Salem.
And do you deny this conviction?
Conviction? It is hardly even an accusation.
So you deny this accusation, then?
I have committed no treason. The only treason that has been committed is by you in your court, harassing good people for no good reason. Mr. Danforth, my hands are clean.
Aye, so you say. You and John Proctor were friends, no?
John Proctor was a good man. I just did what was right and tried to prove that.
So the two of you did talk then, behind closed doors?
Aye.
You are admitting then that you conspired with a witch?
I admit nothing. To admit that John Proctor and I had words is to imply that there was something to hide. I admit nothing. I only openly scream with the utmost pride that John Proctor and I have talked, and I have openly stated that John Proctor was a good man.
A good man? I assure you, Reverend Hale, that no good man can conjure witches.
There were no witches. 19 innocent people hanged. 19 innocent lives lost. 19 innocent necks are broken because of the stubbornness of these damned courts and because of you.
You question the authority of these courts?
Question it? Do you, a mere man of the law, question the morality of a reverend, of a man who is hunting for witches?
Your reputation seems to have gotten ahead of you, Mr. Hale.
I am the witch hunter, am I not? I came to Salem to find witches, not to create them. I, not so blinded by false reputation, were not so eager to fabricate these lies. I searched and hunted and interrogated. There were no witches. The only corruption I see is laid out in front of me, wearing the disguise of a black robe and a shield made of old victories.
So you accuse these courts of treason?
I accuse nothing, for I am no judge. I am a reverend, a holy man whose job it is to help people find the light. I'll be damned if...
That's enough. I will now have Elizabeth Proctor to the stand. Goody Proctor, I had previously had you in my courthouse. Do you remember this?
The court wanted me to betray my husband.
That is not the case, Elizabeth. I recall asking you a simple question. Did John Proctor have Abigail?
I remember.
You said he had not. Is that correct?
Tis
And
what I
dear Goody
said.
Proctor would not tell a lie. John Proctor had assured me of that. So by that knowledge, John Proctor had lied about his relations with Abigail.
It were pretense.
Pardon?
It was a lie. I lied to protect John. I thought that Abigail had brought up her harlotry as just another thing to throw against him.
You lied in this court? After taking an oath?
But I can assure you, I'm not lying now.
How can we be so sure now? Do tell me, Elizabeth. How well do you know Hale?
He is a friend. He tried to prove the innocence of my husband, and he came to my aid once
You
John
know
was
Hale?
named. Excuse me?
Have you known him? Have you known Reverend Hale?
This is an outrage!
Sit down!
No, never in all my years.
Elizabeth, John Proctor was a witch. Hale aided this witch. Therefore, he is no ally to these courts or Salem any longer. Do you stand by these convicted men?
Convicted of what? What proof? What evidence?
Silence, Mr.
I
Hale!
remember.
Elizabeth, associating yourself with convicted men brings you under suspicion also. Think of your children, Elizabeth.
Is this what it has come to? Blackmail to fabricate my own conviction?
I will not abandon Hale after he stood by my husband. I can't.
Aye, very well then.
Reverend Hale was a good man. He did no wrong. He saw through this lie and sought truth. He came to protect the innocent villagers that you so wrongly accused.
I have heard enough of this.
No, you have heard what you wanted to hear. You have not heard the truth. I say the words and your ears hear them, but you do not listen. I lost John Proctor. The whole village did. Do not commit another sin so grave as to hang another great man. Do not see this to snapping this man's neck.
Enough! I have come to my conclusion. With the evidence here today, I deem Reverend Hale guilty of treason.
What? How?
No, you cannot.
What evidence? What proof? All I see is the stubbornness of an old man who will rot in hell for condemning the things that we try hardest to preserve. Truth, life, liberty.
Enough! It is done, Reverend Hale. You are hereby stripped of your title.
You do not have the power to strip me of my
You will have
name.
your job in 3 days, Mr. Hale. What say you?
I have nothing to say. You have no evidence against me. I will be hanged no matter what I say.
Mr. Hale, it is this court's job to see that justice is served.
Hale, do not go along with this madness.
How can I not? To not go along with it would be to ruin John Proctor's name and to make his death in vain.
No, you can't. He has nothing against you.
It is done, Elizabeth. I will be gone in only 3 days.
This court is dismissed.